Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix, and I am doing the quick three. I can't say tarot because I'm not using tarot cards today. I'm using postcards from Spirit. I'm pulling three of them for Friday, June the 17th. I wanted to say January earlier. But yeah, before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Okay, so the reason I'm not doing the tarot cards today is because I'm already starting the process of working on the tarot readings for July. The June readings are already up for June. So for every single sign, the general readings, the love readings, and the money readings are already up. You can go to the YouTube page and go to the playlist. You can find your sign and then you'll see the readings there, or you can click on the June 2022 Tarot Energy or whatever the playlist is named, and then you'll see all of the tarot readings that I've done for June. And also, I've already done the full moon in Sagittarius reading. I've done the new moon in Gemini reading. I will do the new moon in Cancer probably next weekend is what I'm thinking about doing. But I'm working on the July readings for all the signs, the general readings, starting this weekend. And I'm actually starting them today. I've already picked out my decks and everything. As I always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading the energy and the cards. You know your story better than I ever could. All right, let's get started. May I have the energy for the collective for June 17th, Friday. Energy for the collective for June 17th, Friday. Energy for the collective for June 17th, Friday. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear for Friday, June 17th? I know this is so random. For some reason, I heard someone's going to be watching horror movies today. Because, I don't know, Friday the 13th went through my head. And something said to me, someone's going to be watching horror movies today. Like you're planning on, take what resonates, leave what... That is so random. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So, yeah. I'm not a huge horror person anymore. I used to be, but not so much anymore. All right, may I have some cards, please? Thank you. Okay, may I have two more cards, please? Thank you. If I can get it. Hold on. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. May I have one more card, please? Thank you. Okay. Let's see what we have here for these three cards. All right, the first card. Dearest you, we bet you must be so exhausted some days. Giving as much as you do, sharing your energy so beautifully in service to the highest good, can leave you feeling depleted, like an empty well. If it feels as if there's no water for you, the good news is we have a plan. Today, go take a relaxing bath, book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers or plant some in your garden. Make time for self-care, not more work on yourself. By tending to yourself now, you are reminded to do so more often. And be sure to use a word that might have caused you anxiety in the past, but is essential for your well-being. Now. No. That's the word. So, in other words, don't be afraid to say no. Back to the card. Say it with us. No, thank you. No, I can't. You do not have to explain. Just say no, gently but firmly. Then go for a soak. Life will wait for you to bring yourself back to center, replenished and ready for more adventure. We love you so very much. So that's the first postcard from Spirit. So with that, you have to say no. You have to take care of yourself first. You have to know when to refill your cup. Because if your cup is empty, how can you give it to other people to drink from? So you have to refill your cup. All right, second postcard. Dearest you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you. And we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part. Now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan. And when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember though, Spirit's timetable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life. And before you know it, a miracle will have taken place. We love you so much. You know, it's interesting with this particular card where one of the songs that was playing through my mind earlier this morning when I was in the shower was the song, and I love the song and I've listened to it a lot, but I haven't thought about it in a while. But for whatever reason this morning it was playing through my mind while I was in the shower. And it was from the Cinderella movie with Whitney Houston and Brandy, Impossible. And it's saying the impossible things are happening every day. And you could call those miracles. I feel like this is a reminder. Like, hey, you don't have to worry. We heard your prayers. The miracle is coming. Impossible things happen every day. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And then the final card, it says, Dearest you, over here, there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how Spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work. Because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor. Loving you so much, as always. This is what I was just talking about in the previous card, in the previous postcard, where impossible things are happening every day. In this, it even said the word miraculous. As soon as I was reading that, I was about to bring up, wasn't I just talking about a miracle? But I didn't want to break the continuity of the reading. So, but yeah, when it was talking about miraculous, this is saying that the miracle is coming, even though you don't see it, because you can't, because you're not part of the spirit world. Even for those who are intuitives and may be tapped in and get downloads and messages and things like that, no one knows what's going on completely on the other side. No one knows. You can get little stuff here and there, but you don't know the play-by-play. If you did, it just would be boring, for one. And the other thing is, it's just like, what for? It's just kind of like, oh, okay, I gotta do this. All right, this is what I do next. It would become routine, should I say. But especially with two cards that are talking about stuff happening behind the scenes, two postcards specifically, I feel like there are some of you that are looking to make things happen. Like you feel like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. And don't get me wrong, in the law of attraction, the last 6 letters in the word, the last 6 letters in attraction is action. So I take action on the things that you need to take action on. At the same time, if you've done all that you can do and you've sent the prayers up and the universe has heard you, that's when you have to step back. And that's maybe going back into this first card, where you have to take time to take care of you, pamper yourself, step back, make sure you're balanced. And while you're doing that, the miracle is still happening. It's where some of you may feel like, oh, if I take a break, if I step back, if I'm not doing something towards whatever you're attempting to make happen, then things aren't happening behind the scenes. But while you're taking a step back for a moment, stuff is still happening behind the scenes, just not in this world. So yeah, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but those are the 3 postcards. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.